We have this template ready, and now I'm going to try and do something with it. I'm going to make this easy on myself by just starting with the lead. We're not going to do the Grenadier plugin on this one, I don't think, because this is set up as like a straight like death metal template. Okay, so I want a synth thing in there, and I don't know. This sounds better. And look how late these look. It's because the pick is literally this far back. This blows my mind. Look, the pick attack is actually here. But those sounded way better because they're later. Look, they look later. And we're going to talk about 3 things that ruin your guitar tone. This one is the most important, and it's tracking. If you don't get this right, you'll never get a good guitar tone. Over EQing is also a really bad thing with guitars, and you'll find that you'll fight through mixes days later, still be unhappy with guitars, and you're like, all right, forget it. I'm going to just nuke everything off. Magically, everything sounds better. The more you beat guitars up with EQ, there's a reason guitar players love like amps. We love amps, and we love good amp sims, because what you hear from that is very good already. That kind of leads me into my third thing, which is just your mix. I struggle with bright, like harsh guitars all the time. I've kind of started to realize that I think everyone does, but it doesn't matter if your mix is right. What I mean by that is if you don't have overbearing low end, you don't boost highs too much, because when you boost highs on guitars, for example, that's when you get really bad resonances that you're just going to chase. They need a little boosting in general, but when you add a ton of low end, you keep having to compensate for more high end. The other thing I've kind of noticed is a lot of times that kind of harshness from guitars is hidden under cymbals. Like cymbals act as like a cap over the top end of your guitar. That covers up a lot of the noise. Any sort of like leads or like ambient stuff also helps cover that up. So those are like the 3 main things that like you kind of got to get right. There's people who get away with it. I think though they've already gone through that process. They've already kind of figured out that lesson of, you know, the raw tone of guitars is already like, it's not perfect sounding, but the quality that makes guitar satisfying to listen to is there. And when you start over EQing, it can kind of strip that away. And I don't really know how to explain that, but it's kind of just like the stabby character and like grindy character of guitar. Anyways, I don't want to get out of my flow here because that was going well. Swelled up on accident. It sounded really cool, so I'm going to try and put that in later. Those all look better too. I just didn't finish this one. Except these need to go down to A. And it's just going to repeat back to this afterwards, so I'm just going to take this and freaking go over here and then take this and bring it over there. And I'm going to do some drum things here. Oh, I'm going to use T's drum fill. I feel like it goes kick, snare. Alright, we got to wrap this up, which means we got to throw something in here.